become best friends.
Hello, welcome back to the Friend Request. It's me, your host, Santa Claus. Oh, I just remembered that I really wanted to wear a beard for this, and I completely forgot. So I need you to suspend your disbelief for just a moment and just pretend that I have a beard on so that you can believe that I am, in fact, the one and only Santa Claus. Happy holidays, everybody. Oh my goodness. I'm not actually certain I'm a Christmas person. Not certain is crazy. I know I've never really been a very big Christmas person. I'm not religious. I don't really partake in any religious holidays too much, although I have, I guess, family that would insist that Christmas is probably the one that does happen. People say that it happens. They invite me to the things, and sometimes I go and sometimes I don't, but I will almost always be resentful of the fact that it is seemingly mandatory when I firmly assert that I don't really celebrate Christmas. But anyway, that's not the most cheery welcome to the Christmas episode, but that is to say that I want to make this kind of more broadly the holiday episode. It's just that out of all of the holidays at this time of year, I think the costuming, thanks to Coca-Cola, is just really nailed on Christmas, unfortunately. So while I want to be inclusive and I want to say happy holidays to everybody, I'm gonna dress in Christmas colors. I'm gonna dress in Christmas clothes. Also, I was given this outfit for free for an ad that I did for a Christmas campaign. So it's like I'm not gonna not use it. That'd be crazy. That'd be insane. Welcome back to the show, guys. Oh my God, it's really exciting to have you here. I am doing this one alone today, and I find it fun because I know sometimes I'll do my intros by myself and people go, this intro is so unnecessary. And so I thought I would give you a whole episode of just that. A whole episode of unnecessary, pretty much. But I've done something a little bit special, a little bit fun with this one. You know, I put a little call out on my socials to ask for some listener submissions. That's the word. And I wanted to compile a bit of a list for naughty and nice listeners. I said, send through your voice messages and I will decipher whether or not they were naughty or nice. I will put them into a list. I gave no boundaries really for this project. I said, whatever you want. You could sing me a song, you could send me a message, you could just say anything and I will decipher whether or not it's naughty or nice. I did say PG, please, because when I say naughty, I feel like, there are lingerie shops that have named themselves after that. People think naughty, they think cheeky, they think sexy. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want those messages. So I'm going to have a playthrough of a bunch of messages today, and we will be putting them in lists. The naughtiest listener and the nicest listener will receive some gifts, with which I have yet to decide what they are, and that will probably happen on air while I'm talking to you fine people. So I'm really excited to hear these. I haven't heard any of the voice messages yet, so let's just hope they don't get too scary. Fingers crossed. I will also just say at the top of the show, of course, a big thank you for a really wonderful year, for listening to all my yabbering with my friends and new friends. And I know that this show for me was truly insightful and helpful as to why I had struggled with friendship stuff growing up, and even grown up. And I know that I don't know, I guess I'm really, really touched and grateful to find out that it resonated with a lot of listeners and people around the world as well. So big thank you to all of you for listening. And also this episode will be the last one for the year. I'm going to have a little break. The studio will be closed for a few weeks anyways while they all have their holidays. I may end up putting together some sort of compilation episode perhaps to celebrate the year as well, but otherwise if you don't hear from me, it's because I'm having a bit of time. I want to say time off, but I'll be honest with you, I'm for sure going to be doing a lot of work, catch-up work stuff that I can't ever get to while I'm editing and whatnot. But I apologize for the bit of a break. If you're in need of more podcasts, I mean, go listen to. I remember this time last year I got obsessed because all of my regular podcasts had a bit of a break for the holidays. And I got really into Reddit style podcasts like Two Hot Takes and the Smosh Reddit Stories podcast, so much so that I listened to every single episode both of those podcasts had ever put out, and I kind of got weirdly obsessed where I would only listen to podcasts with listener stories or call-ins or anything like that, because I just found it to be the most interesting. I don't know, I I then got jealous that my podcast isn't that, because I thought, oh man, that's so entertaining. I don't know if people are actually that entertained by all the silly things that I have to say, especially on my own, but that's fine. We're doing this anyway. I know that the regular episodes are entertaining. I like them, at least, and I know a bunch of you do. But I may end up including something more like this a bit more in the future. I don't want to be copying any other podcasts and going full Reddit or anything like that, but I really like the opportunity to have listeners write in or call in. It's really fun. I like the interactive nature of it. I like hearing from you guys. So let me know if this is something that you do like, and I'll keep doing it. I think it's really fun. I can have the voice message link open 24/7, so you could always send a message. It's still open right now. I'll put the link in the Instagram for the friend request and my Instagram bio as well, so you can just go find it there. I think it's named the friend request anyway, so you may be able to Google the friend request tele, which is the platform with which you send the voice messages, but I'll figure it all out. I'll put it in the show notes. I'll put it wherever, and we can just keep doing this. Wonderful. I think we should get into the naughty and nice list. It feels crazy to be podcasting, to be honest. I think I've spoken for enough minutes now where it would be reasonable for me to maybe take a second to talk about some things that are happening in my life / in my city, country. I know a lot of you are international listeners, and so you may not have even heard the news. It has been pretty major international news anyways, but it's certainly something that is everywhere in Australia, so Australian listeners probably already know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm recording this on Wednesday the 17th of December, which is now a few days after there was a mass shooting in Bondi in Sydney, the city I live in, and it was a targeted anti-Semitic attack on a group of, I mean, it was a pretty, I say a group, but it was just a bunch of the Jewish community in Bondi celebrating the first day of Hanukkah, and there was mass shooting, the biggest we've had in Australia since Port Arthur, as a country that has pretty tight gun laws. And it was truly fucking devastating. And I don't really want to cry on the podcast or make anything really shitty or what's the word? I don't want to get the mood down. I don't want to wreck the vibe, but I did want to just acknowledge, sorry if you see me fussing around, I'm uncomfortable. This isn't normally where I'm not one to normally comment too publicly on tragedies, because I know I do a lot of discussion in my private life, and I also know that my purpose, I feel, with the audience that I have and the audience that I want to keep having, I think the kind of stuff that I make is to make people laugh and smile, and I never want, I don't know. I appreciate the value in that. I know that when the shooting happened, I was sobbing, and over the last couple of days, I've been like I haven't posted anything, podcast reels or anything like that, because it feels so stupid. It feels so fucking dumb. You've got this perspective of like, I don't know, that's so frivolous. It's unnecessary. But then while I was sobbing the other night, like I saw someone had posted something funny from before the shooting, and I had a giggle, and I went, oh yeah, that's right. There is a lot of value in that, especially when shit hits the fan and when you're feeling really sad. It is nice to laugh. So I always want to continue to contribute to that. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I was absolutely fucking devastated. My heart broke in so many ways. Like, there's just the massive wave of emotion, of sorrow, of despair, of fucking devastation for obviously the people there whose lives were lost, the people who were injured, and then the people who just saw, the people who were close by, everyone who was fucking traumatized. My heart sobbed in a nicer way for Ahmed El Ahmed, the guy who pushed over one of the gunmen and stopped him, like, because that's just insane and incredible. Then my heart broke for the fact that it was an anti-Semitic attack. And then my heart broke for the fact that people will probably get all anti-Islamist, like Islamophobic about it afterwards because the guys shooting were Muslim. And then it's like, my heart's breaking over and over again because I know for sure that this is just going to add fuel to every single fire. And the impacts geopolitically are just horrific. So, yeah, big feelings, big heartbreak. I just want to send all the love in the world to anyone feeling anything. Also, kind of crazy, I didn't mention this, in the wave of feelings was also this big horrible feeling of crying and then going, but why aren't I crying this much all the time? Because this is happening all the time everywhere with, different circumstances and reasons and everything. But it's weird how proximity changes things as well. Like, my best friend was close by and I'm messaging him and he's okay, but like, traumatized and terrified, and it's just it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's not something that we expect in Australia. I think it's really surreal, and really fucked up. So none of that anymore, please, world. People are trying to just kind of get by. So that's horrible. And it is definitely a bit of a vibe killer, but I am proud of myself for not crying on the podcast, even though I did have that as a goal for someone to do. But that's all right. All of that is to say that big naughty list. I don't want to take any prizes away from the listeners, but if all the horrific incidents going on around the world were eligible, they would have to get the naughtiest prize for sure. And I'd probably make it like a really bad, like a sticky poop or something. I'm sorry, I feel like I just woke up. I didn't. Anyway, bit of a vibe shift. I do think that it is not really my place. I'm just a comedian. I don't think people need to take comedians very seriously, and I don't think it's really my place to try and say anything that would make anyone feel better, because I don't know if I can. I want to try to, and I want to make things feel better. But I think the only way I can do that is by dressing up like a cute Santa and telling some silly stories. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will say, just on the back of that quickly, that obviously I think there's been a big call out for blood donations. In the wake of the shooting, there's, it's just a large number of people who needed help very quickly. I think that call out is absolutely still applicable. It always is. There's always a need for blood donations. If you're not, I don't know, for some reason you don't want to give your blood away, you can also donate plasma, which is something that I was doing for a while when I was like almost anemic because I needed my red blood cells. Where they take the blood out and they take out the plasma of the blood and then they put the red blood cells back in. And I don't know, I then couldn't do that because I was fully anemic for a bit. So I had to stop. But I'm no longer anemic, so you bet your ass I'm going to be getting down to donate some goddamn blood. And you should too, if you can, if you want. It's really cool. I know that some people are afraid of needles, like my boyfriend. So it's not really an option. I've given him shit, trust me. And I've seen that it's like, oh no, it's like a full-on phobia. Like, he's passing out. So I don't want to give people shit if they're not able to, I guess. But if you can, it's really easy. And I really like it. I like donating because they give you like as many little drinks and treats that you want. It's awesome. There's like cookies and sandwiches and coffee and hot chocolate. I'm a sucker for a free treat, so I just don't know. I don't even see, if you're not afraid of needles and you don't have, a condition that stops you from being allowed to donate, I don't see why not. Honestly, maybe I'll see you down at the blood drive. Speaking of blood, I actually have a beautiful Christmas gift for myself this year. I got my period. That's disgusting. I was walking around the house singing, I'm getting my period for Christmas. Yeah, so that's horrific. That's a little bit of insight into the life of me. If you wanted it, I don't think anyone did. I don't think anyone did at all. So anyway, let's kick off this naughty or nice list, huh? With a couple of messages. I've got one right here. I think I know who's left it, so let's have a listen. Also, I hope you like my new phone case. It's temporary. I'm getting a new hand-me-down phone soon. But I made this for a shoot, for a short film where I had to look really stupid, girly, pop-coded, la, 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 la. You know, I don't think it's stupid as far as an aesthetic goes. Obviously, that's my whole vibe. But, yeah, I had to be in character, so I just made a little phone case. No biggie. She's crafty. Anyway, I've got a submission for naughty or nice. Let's take a listen.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about those presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby girl. All I want for Christmas is you.
Okay, immediately going into the naughty. Nope, not naughty. The nice list, which I just now realized I should have had like a board that I could write on for you, but maybe I'll put it in as a graphic in the edit because we're going digital. I'm gonna have to write it on my phone. Nice or naughty? That's not how you say it. Naughty or nice? Anyway, straight up going into the nice list. I'm gonna put that one through that I know who it's from. You'll never believe it, but that is one Cordelia Vecchio, my mother, my beautiful freaking mama bear, sending in a gorgeous song. I don't know if you caught that, but we've got this transcribed. She's changed some of the lyrics of the song. She's gone with my baby girl. I think she means me. And guess what? She's coming to Sydney on Sunday. So I'm going to get, I guess she is, I'm going to make her Christmas wish come true. She said all she wants is me, and she will get me. Well, me and Jacob will take her out. I'm taking her to kitten yoga on Sunday. We're going to do yoga with kittens running around. I can't believe that exists. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Anyway, Mama's going on the nice list. I don't think it would be fair for her to win, so don't freak out if you submitted and you're thinking, there's no way I can beat that. Because I mean, it'd be crazy if I gave it to Cordy. Cordy's my mama. The name that she saved that with was Mama Bear. And it was a dead giveaway. That's how I knew it was her. I'll be honest. Also, her voice and everything. Anyway, I've also got an email submission from a listener, so I want to get into that one next. I think. Let's do it. This email's from Carrie. Now, I don't know if Carrie wants her name bleeped. I'm gonna maybe bleep it if I read on, and she does want that. So she says, "Hi Chloe, long-time listener, first-time caller, question mark. With a friendship dilemma for you. Sorry, I'm choosing email rather than voice note, but I'm a trans woman, and trust me, the voice dysphoria is real. Babe, I want you to know that you are super safe here if you ever want to send in the voice message. I fell into a casual relationship with my absolute ride or die friend last September. Does this story make more sense if I clarify that we're both lesbians? Maybe. It's good context. Also, classic Taylor's all the time. I made a little TikTok about this just recently, and some of the straight dudes are like, what? And I'm like, trust me, the girls get it. The gay girls get it. Gay is all inclusive, obviously. She always insisted it was super casual, just hookups when we wanted to. No strings, no guarantees, but one, honesty. But very rapidly, we fell into a life together. Constant hangouts, cuddles, coffee dates, taking care of each other when we were sick, nonstop texting, late night phone calls, and gaming sessions, walks to work together, constant flirting, and regular, incredible, oh my God, sex. Oh, this is so fucking relatable. It's so crazy. For those of you out there who aren't like, aren't immediately like, oh my God, yeah, I know exactly this situation. It is not exclusive to the girls, obviously. It can happen, but yeah, really, really commonly happens. So you bestie, you start banging, but then because you're besties, you do everything, and it's confusing as hell. The one red flag, she insisted we keep it secret, supposedly because she hates her sex life being speculated about, and we have a large shared friend group. Yeah, okay. Then suddenly, right before last Christmas, she announced mid-makeout that she was done. Oh my God. She didn't give me a reason why and avoided me for a month before giving me what she said was the honesty she owed me and explaining that she just couldn't get her head around sleeping with a friend and would never do it again. Hang on, how fucking long had this been going? Okay. Oh, it started in September and that was in Christmas. Okay, so a few months of this. That's crazy. That's a crazy reason to be like, no, yeah, I actually just can't wrap my head around it. Like, you literally wrapped your head around, like, you know what I mean? She wrapped her legs around your head, I imagine. Anyway, graphic. Eee! Sorry, that's crazy. So the listener writes that she'd never do it again. Fair enough. But then, as time passed, things get increasingly strained. She's flaked on big friend group plans, got very bitchy about my dating life, and women flirting with me, and even went through long periods of ignoring me. Absolutely fucking hate that. Absolutely hate that. Then a mutual friend drunkenly confronted me asking had I been dating this girl because apparently she had spent Christmas heartbroken about someone she had been seeing who she had fallen in love with. Supposedly, she didn't want to open herself up to a serious relationship or having to trust others, so she ended things and was miserable. This mutual friend assumed the person she had fallen in love with was me because she had apparently spent the previous months talking about me nonstop. Holy shit. Okay, obviously is you. I knew it was me, but I respected that I was sworn to secrecy and said nothing. Oh, you're an angel. That's actually fucking huge. Sorry, I got a big mouth, especially about my own business. I'll keep secrets for friends forever if they want that. But when it comes to my own business, I'm like, who wants to listen? I mean, like, obviously we're here, aren't we? Okay. Fuck, that's impressive. So now I can't talk about this with anyone. A beautiful friendship might be irrevocably. Why can't I read? A beautiful friendship might be irrevocably damaged, and I have no idea what I can do to salvage it, or even if it's my job to salvage it. After all, I'm not the one of us who lied and omitted things and then acted jealous afterwards. I don't know if you'd even have any advice for this dilemma, but even getting to vent to somewhere safe is something. Oh my God, girl. That is so fair and so sweet. You're a fucking angel. You're a goddamn hero and a champ. I will give you that much because that is seriously such a feat to be able to keep all of that to yourself. But that is super unfair and that sucks so much. I know that obviously therapy can be really helpful for a place to talk about things. But not everyone can afford it or is ready for it or wants it. Or sometimes you've done it to death and you're just like, I'm good for now. So I get that. I'm right there. Obviously, that would be a piece of advice just for a way to get things out of your head, because I think that's very helpful, as you said in the email. I've definitely got some advice, for sure. It's clear that there's a lot of love there. And it seems like, because it's been a year, it seems like there still is. I would totally suggest going head on with confrontation's a loaded word because it sounds like there's negative connotations to it. But I think a confrontation in like a nice chill way could be beneficial. It could be worth, if you do have a point of contact with your friend, reaching out and just saying, hey, I miss you and I'd love to chat, like maybe starting with something that can disarm her so that she knows that it's not like a, hey, I want to chat, like fuck you or anything like that. Getting into it with a, I miss you, or I hope you're well, or I think about you a lot even could be nice. It's tricky though, because I know sometimes when people are in this point where they are very closed off and they have walls up, sometimes putting yourself out there like that can be make people more avoidant. So you've got a couple of options here. I think if you are inclined to have and able to have an in-person chat, that's the way to go, ideally. However, if you think that they're going to shut down to anything, it may be worth getting all of the things out in one, like email, message, whatever, something that you know that they're going to see and read. I think the main points that you could bring up with her would be something that I am a pretty big fan of, something that I'm definitely have been heard saying around town, especially more in the last few years since I've been in a nice, beautiful relationship, you know, a long-term thing where I'm like planning a life with someone. As someone who is a former, what do we call your friend? I want to call your friend Justine. I don't know why is that even a name. Justine. As a former Justine, as someone who had absolutely been on both sides of these kinds of dilemmas, 100%. But when I've been on that side of it, there's just this big block, right? And something that I learned in being able to fall in love with someone that I never really expected to want. I mean, like, I always liked Jacob. I had a crush on him before we got together. I thought he was a hottie. I love him so much. But, like, I never wanted a relationship in general, right? As someone who has then since been open to all of this sort of shit, and especially at a time where it probably would have been on paper ideal for me to be single for a bit. I had just gotten out of a relationship where the guy was cheating on me heaps. I was a bit traumatized. It was not ideal timing-wise with Jacob and I when we started. And it sucked because in ways he had to deal with a lot of that baggage, and I had to deal with some of his, but he was pretty good. He's, for some reason, one of the most solid people mentally. It's crazy. But we both were like, it's actually worth pushing through, even though it's really bad timing, because he was my guy, you know, he's perfect. So something that I like to say to my best girl, my close single girlies, you know, is like, okay, it's so worth going all in. It's so fucking worth going all in all the time, anytime, not all the time. Anytime it feels like it's really right or you really want it, you have to go all in. Because if the other person doesn't want to be all in with you, then that's shit and that sucks. But if they do, it's the only way it's ever going to actually happen for real. So it could be worth reminding bestie / best sex gal, Justine, made up name that I made up, reminding her that the only way that she could ever have the right thing, the right relationship, the right romance is if she puts herself out there and goes all in. And telling her maybe, hey, our friendship's currently in a pretty shitty state. So if you were at all worried about ruining the friendship, it's already done. How about we maybe just give this a fucking go? Like, how about maybe we just fucking do it? And if it doesn't work out, at least you know, at least you tried, instead of wondering. Because imagine if, I don't know, tell her, what if you got into a relationship that wasn't quite right and then you always wondered, wouldn't that suck? Wouldn't that be annoying? What if you got into a relationship properly with someone who is your best friend, who you know you work so well with romantically and sexually, and it's just perfect? Like, let yourself take the fucking risk, you know? I'm sure that this is nothing new or groundbreaking and that anyone could think of this, but I think it's worth reaching out. I think it's worth doing something. I absolutely applaud you for sticking to your guns and keeping the secret. I understand the secret is just like another vulnerability, I think. So for her to be like, no, it's got to be secret. You're so valid for feeling hurt by that, because it fucking sucks to hear. But just know it's almost certainly not personal, you know? Most things aren't personal, pretty much. It's personal to her, not to you. So while that probably fucking sucked and stung and stings still, it's usually just because it's another way for people to be vulnerable. So I think it's worth saying, hey, I want to do this with you. I want to do it properly. I think it's worth it. We don't have much to lose now that we're not talking. Let's fucking go. Let's do it. And let me know how you go. give us a call if you want. I can use a voice changer if you want as well. Otherwise, you can just write in an email again, but do whatever you want. I'd love to hear back from you. I really hope that it goes well. It's been so long, and trust me, for someone to be hung up on you for that long, like, obviously she loves you a lot, so I don't know. Anyway, Carrie, I don't know if you want your name in. I'll find out. If not, we'll call you the bestie sex story. Bestie sex story. You're going on the nice list. Of course. Nice list for Carrie. Let's listen to another submission.
Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey.
Hell yeah. Baba Booey? Pretty sure that's got to go on the nice list. Thank you for the message. I don't know if we're going to have any naughties. Baba Booey, you're going on the nice list. I love it. I really like that. There's a bit of stank on that. There's a bit of fun there. Really, really good. Really good stuff. Let's listen to another one.
Hello to the lovely Chloe. This is Yuri. I am calling in from the Donbass in the Ukraine, and we want to say from everyone here in Trench that your podcast help us get through the fight against the evil Russian pig dog. And to celebrate, I wish to sing you famous Ukrainian war song. Буища, 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 їж, блядь, шпа, Україна назавжди, де мє собака. Thank you. That is what we, when we not listen to you, that is a song we sing. Friendship very strong in Ukraine, and we thank you for helping us with that. I've got to go. They are making incursion on our left flank. But thank you for all your hard work.
Yuri, I honestly don't even know how is that real. That's a beautiful message. They're making an incursion on your left flank. I don't know what that means, and I'm so sorry. I hope to fucking God that this is real and you're really from Ukraine. That's absolute king shit. Beautiful song. In the I'm gobsmacked. It's obviously going on the nice list. Clearly, that fucking rules. Oh, Yuri, I'm so glad that you like the show. I'm so glad that friendship is important in the Ukraine. And I mean, fuck. Yeah, right now. Sorry, not the Ukraine. Ukraine. Fucking Westerners, man. Fucking Westerners. We don't know shit. Me especially. I should speak for myself. But, yeah, really glad that friendship is important. And I'm so glad. If you're really there and you're really listening and you actually love the podcast, that's just the sweetest thing in the world. So very, very grateful for your message. You're absolutely on the nice list. That fucking rules. Yuri's on the nice list. I don't know how I'm going to pick a best. I don't know. This is going to be really hard. Let's go. This was the first message that I got. And I'll be honest, I listened to it for a second to get the vibe because I saw the transcript a little and I was a bit concerned. So you can play along with me while I listen to this one.
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dark submission. Be on the watch. There are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not be much light, but it beats the darkness. Be on the watch. The gods will offer you chances. Know them, take them. You can't beat death, but you can beat death in life. Sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be. Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods await to delight in you.
I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay, so that message was from Mark, and the tone is kind of naughty. It's kind of terrifying. It's very serious. I don't know if that is a poem. I don't know if he wrote it. Maybe I should Google it and find out if that was something that exists. But I'm a big fan. I kind of want to put it on the naughty list just because I don't know if we'll have anything for the submissions for naughty, and only because it sounds a little scary, but the message is beautiful. I mean, it's kind of like manifesting, you know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not religious, although I will speak to the gods, and I mean, I love what do they call it? I know monotheism's one god. What's the opposite of that? Multi-theism. I am a big fan of multi-theism, where there are more than one god, multiple gods. So if I'm going to be religious for anything, it's going to be this. Like, absolutely. I don't know where to place this. So if you have any input, listeners, put it in the comments whether or not you think Mark's poem if it belongs on the naughty or the nice list. I really can't tell. I'm going to tentatively put it on the naughty just for a bit of fun, but it was actually really nice. So thank you for the message. Let's play another.
Hey, Chloe, this is Jeff from Montreal. Just want to say I'm a big fan of your podcast. I listen to every episode, and I'm a big fan, obviously, of the OG crew and been following you, you and the rest of the people ever since the Yeah Mad days.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I check in every Sunday, every time there's an episode. And it's not really a question, but basically a statement more. I think they should make you part of the OG crew permanently.
Wow.
You don't just come in and out for certain skits. It should be permanent. So I think, you know, you work really well with the rest of the team. It's really fun. I enjoy watching all the videos. So keep up the good work, and hopefully one day you'll be a part of them more on a permanent basis. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Jeff from Montreal. That's so sweet. Oh my God. Look, bit of a question. I get that. I love that. I love a question. I'm also just, taking a second to say, really impressed by everyone's ability to leave messages with literally no proper prompt and no proper, prompt is a great word. Without me saying any kind of specification or boundaries for the messages. You've all done very, very well for yourselves to, use your own brains and think creatively. So this was a great message. Love that there's a question. The question in question, sorry. Oh, I'm starting to wake up. That coffee is kicking in. I have to pee. Whether or not I'm going to do will be an OG crew member permanently. I don't think it can happen. And it's so sweet. It's so, so sweet when people want that, and like you're saying that. But it's, it's sweet when I see it in the comments and everything as well. It makes me feel very, very touched. But I just don't know. I don't know if they want me full time, first of all. Second of all, I feel like I am busy with other stuff in a way that I just wouldn't be able to be that collaborative and helpful, like their team they're all so committed to that project. And they all put in so much fucking work and time, and it's incredible. I just don't have the amount of time to give to something when I've got obviously this show and stand up and the shows I'm working on separately and doing shoots and that sort of stuff. So sadly, I don't think it's going to happen. But I really, really, really love being a guest because they're so sweet to me. They let me just come on and do my thing and then leave while they're all like post-production meetings and friggin' they're swamped, man. They're so swamped. And I know that obviously, especially a number of them like Hamo and Abby, they're also busy with their own shit constantly. But I mean, it's crazy for them. And I'm already crazy over here, so I don't know if I can take it anymore. But again, thank you for the wishing. I will be on there as much as I can. Okay, I promise you that I will always be on there as much as I can because I love it. I love them. I hope that's at a happy medium. I hope that's okay. Let's listen to another.
One day, when we were in high school, sophomore year, one of my friends set up a system that it looks like the voice of the brake bell, and for a week or two he made the ring bell 3 or 4 minutes earlier than the actual break. And the teachers, any of the teachers, no one noticed, and we managed to have breaks, not 10 minutes, but 15 minutes for a week or two, something like that. And finally, someone noticed when he made the ring bell 17 minutes earlier than it was supposed to be.
Awesome. Okay, it was taking me a second to clock onto what was happening there. Okay, so they they changed the bell ringing time at school by a few minutes and constantly every day until it was 17 minutes earlier than it's supposed to be. That's so fucking awesome. That's going in the nice list. Shit. Everything's going in the nice list. What the fuck? I didn't rank Mark's. Sorry, not Mark's. Jeff's. Jeff from Montreal. That's nice too. Everyone's God. We need to get another naughty. Otherwise, poor Marcus is gonna get naughtiest with the scary but lovely poem. Okay, so Jeff, and that one was from Tierman. Gorgeous submissions. Absolutely great. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing the friendship dilemmas and the friendship stories. I think that's where we got to go with this, with the fucking voice messages, guys. All I want is a bunch of friggin' voice messages with friendship dilemmas so that when I have guests on, we could start the episodes with that and then discuss them and then get into our own shit. I just think that'd be really fun. I feel like if we start doing that heaps, people will send more and more, and I think people will honestly start wanting episodes that are mainly submissions, because I love that shit. I don't know if you and I are all the same. You and I, me and you, listener / watcher. I don't know if we're all exactly the same in taste. That would be crazy, but it's possible. I think you guys will like it. Anyway, I think we have to finish up with one more, because there are so many, and I honestly didn't expect this many. It's really, really lovely. It's really, really sweet. I'm so grateful. We've only got time for one more, and then I might play the rest of them out at the end. It's going to be hard to pick a winner, considering, but we'll see what's happening. Anyway, I'm going to play one last message.
I'll try and keep this brief because it's a lot. In high school, my high school crush was my prom date. I was hyped. I couldn't get over how she said yes to me. In our
Of course
prom
she did.
group, there was another dude that kept talking to her, and it was like pissing me off or whatever. It is what it is. Later in the night, she makes out with him right in front of me. It completely crushes me. She ran off to go sleep with him in his car. People made fun of me all the way till graduation because of it. Years later, I'm in a bar, I'm in my feels, I'm drunk, and I see an update from her. And again, I'm very inebriated as I do this. I send a message to her husband about what she did and what he did, and I may or may not have caused a 1 week separation.
Oh shit! That's where it ends. Okay, great last message. That's so juicy. So she married the guy. That's fucking crazy. People made fun of him. That's so unfair. Oh my God, that is so unfair. I can't believe that she married him too. That's fucking crazy. Okay, you are like for sure a problem in their relationship, and I fucking love that for you so much. Like, you know if you're causing a 1 week separation that your name, it brings a bad vibe in a house, which is a pretty fucking powerful place to be. So absolutely winning friendship dilemma / story. Killed the brief, nailed it. That fucking sucks. So I'm gonna put it in the naughty list. Not that the listener here is naughty, but because the situation is naughty. I mean, the drunk message to the husband's a bit naughty, but I kind of fuck with that kind of petty shit. That's funny as hell. I wouldn't advise anyone, should do it for the sake of their own peace and contentment. But it is funny. So you're gonna have to. I think we've got a naughty winner. I think we've got a naughty winner right here. Largely because everyone was just really nice, and the only other candidate for naughty was, I feel bad tone policing when it was such a sweet message. Whereas this message, very friendly tone, but the message itself is that's a psycho story. That's a naughty story. And fuck that chick and fuck her husband for being dicks and fuck everyone for bullying you about it until graduation. That's bullshit. That's not your fault. It's not your fault that they dragged you into their fucking drama. It sucks. I hope that you get some kind of, I don't know, satisfaction from knowing that you do cause chaos in their relationship now, though. All the years later, your name, they could never name a baby with your name, If someone starts working with someone with your name and they bring it up, it's like it's a shudder. And that's a powerful place to be. So, sure, they may have laughed at you until graduation, but who's laughing now? So we have a winner for the naughtiest. And given the nature of the naughty, I don't think I want to send you like a naughty gift. I want to send you something nice. I'll think of something really good. I might have to put in like a post edit message to decide what that's going to be, because right now I need a pee and I don't think I can think of anything. As for the best messages, they were really good. They were really, really good. The nicest messages. The song from Cordy was beautiful. The song from Yuri kind of had a little bit, I mean, he's not my mum. That feels like very unfair for mum to win. Another best contender would have to be Carrie / the best friend sex story. I don't know. Maybe fuck it. I need you guys to vote. My votes are going for Yuri's and the best sex story from Carrie. So have a listen, put it in the comments. Who the hell is the naughtiest? Who's the nicest? Let me know. I'll decide. And then you guys can get some prizes. And they're going to be silly. They're going to be stupid. But, I want to send you something. I'm really, really having fun with this format. So please let me know what you think as well. I just fucking adore having interaction from you guys on the episodes, because I feel a little bit less crazy. Like I'm not just talking to myself. So that's really helpful. So thank you, but let me know what you think of it, because I'd love to keep including this. I think it's the fucking best. I love the stories, and it would be even better with an actual guest here so that you can hear more opinions, more hot takes, more advice, more of everything. And isn't that what Christmas is really about? Consume everything that you want. Anyway, I gotta go. I gotta pee. I gotta get out of here. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for a fantastic year. I hope that you all get a chance to have a beautiful, restful break. If you don't have rest planned, fucking plan it now, because it's not gonna happen if it's just fucking chaos. So, ditch the family. No, don't do that. They're very important. But do what you can. Take some time. Please stay safe. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. I think it's just like, God damn, if everyone just looked after themselves, the world would be a better place. If everyone could just give themselves a fucking break and give themselves a pat on the back and a little chocolate and just be kind, then it's easier to be kind to the world around us. I don't think that any of you listeners or watchers need any of those kinds of lessons, because you're all obviously the fucking best. So big, big, big love to you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Bye.
We just become best friends.